Hey, y'all.
We're on.
Hello.
Hey, hey.
Happy Thursday.
Happy pre-Friday. Whoop, whoop.
And
it is the long weekend for this girl. So excited for that.
I still got to work tomorrow.
What?
Yes.
That sucks, honey.
Yeah, I know.
So just a quick question before we get started. Okay, there it goes. All right. Our timer kind of stopped and our viewer thing just went back to zero. So
we're good.
We're good. Okay. Apparently there's a big
right now.
snowstorm coming our way. So we'll see what happens for
that.
that.
It's called winter.
I know. I say bring it on, right?
6 inches. Big. It's nothing. That's not even a dusting.
Right on. Awesome. Well, welcome everybody. I'm Colleen.
I'm Jonny.
And you are watching Backcountry Couples.
A backcountry couple that's hosting a backcountry couple show that interviews backcountry couples.
What do we do exactly? Who are we exactly? Come on. But I love that. Yes.
But I do know that we're going to be special presenters at the QAS.
A minute. We are going to talk about that. That is a true story. But we want you to watch the rewind from last Thursday.
Yes.
So last Thursday we were just dicking around.
We were just sticking around. Wow.
So I know we had Julie, aka the camera lady, which clearly she needs to be in front of the camera because she's drop dead gorgeous.
She's got a great personality.
Yeah, and she's amazing. So so we had Dick and Julie from Dickin' Around Outdoors.
Mm-hmm. And his flannel shirt.
And they were fun. The poor gentleman needs a new shirt. So if you can buy me a coffee, his buy me a flannel. Come on.
Contribute to a flannel.
Oh gosh, it's so funny.
It was funny.
But excited for you guys to watch that rewind because we learned a lot about them, which was really fun. They're an awesome couple. We had said, after in the green room that we would definitely, love to get together and, it's a little fireside chat after that, which is kind of awesome. So
which we will be next weekend.
Yeah.
At Canoecopia.
Right. Is anybody going to Canoecopia? If you are,
or if you're going to the QAS, the Quiet Adventure Symposium this Saturday.
Right. So we got
we'll just say put a 1 in the chat.
Put a 1 in the chat if you're going to what?
The Quiet Adventure Symposium or Canoecopia.
Okay, that's true. But what I was going to say about either of those, if you are going to the QAS or Canoecopia, reach out to us. Like, you probably have us on Instagram. You're right. You have our email. Yeah. Some might even have, our phone number. If you do, just connect because it would be really fun to get together. But anyway, so this Saturday we are going to be in Lansing, Michigan. And at
the MSU campus.
So we're on MSU campus. We're super excited for that. We've been asked to do a presentation about being a backcountry couple.
And
in Michigan. So we're chatting about the trails that we've hiked. We're chatting about how to choose a trail. We're chatting about the gear we used to use, and then the gear we use now.
Let's rephrase that. The gear we've graduated.
Oh my god! And it's so funny.
From a wagon to ultralight.
And it's actually kind of funny. So we've been doing the presentation, getting it ready. We're just like, did we really do that?
Ugh.
Stop it!
Ugh.
It was bad.
It was
but anyway, it was brutal. It was really exciting.
It is. You can just put a big sign on the side of it that just says newbies.
Oh yeah, actually one of our section is newbie. So we are super excited to be doing that. So if you are in Lansing, come check us out, please. We're presenting on Saturday from 1 to 1:45.
Yep.
We also have a booth there, and our awesome sponsor, Mickwick Firestarters, have given us a ton of fire starters to hand out to people. So we're excited to share Mickwick Fires with everybody.
Mm-hmm.
It is a 1-day event. But
one day
reach
only.
out and we would love to see you. So please come and say hi. Then we were talking about Canoecopia. So
which is next weekend.
So we're going to make our trek to Madison,
Wisconsin,
which is a really cool town.
Yeah, it's a college town.
Yeah, and I was going to say I'm a sucker I love a university town. So it's
she is.
I love it. I just love the vibe. I just love there's so much energy and super cool.
Canoecopia is the largest paddle sport symposium event in North America.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Yes.
That's your statement?
Yeah, it is a true statement. Yep.
And I don't know what year it is.
Right.
They've been doing it for quite some time. So, but anyways, it should be a lot bigger and better than last year.
Yes.
From what we've been told. And I found out that Canoe Hound's going to be out there, which is super cool.
We're going to be Ingo from Kin Products. So we're excited for that to kind of put some people in the flesh now, right? I think there's going to be some hugging going on. I'm telling you that right now.
We'll hook up with our friend CW out
so
there.
I'm just going to mention that. So also at Canoecopia, CW Getz, who hosted formerly the camping show,
but now it's called CW Outdoors.
The Outdoors People.
Outdoor People. Right.
So he's on Wednesday at 6 Eastern Standard Time because he's at Chicago. Right. Anyway, so he has a set.
Rest.
Yeah, he has a set at Canoecopia, and we're doing a couple of quick little interviews with them, so I'm kind of excited for that. And so we'll kind of keep around.
We're doing that on Friday,
and I think we might go live. I think we might do a little live and kind of show everybody a little sneak peek.
We'll do that on Friday because it's a little lesser crowd, so you'll be able to see a lot more. So you see what Canoecopia is all about. So if you ever think about it or want to go out there, so we'll bring you along. But
so
Saturday is like
it's going to be a zoo, but we're excited. So
you think?
Yeah, because we do have a couple things that we are going to get. So excited for that. Also, April the 3rd. We are going to be on a live stream. We're going to be on Dan's show, which is called Monks Alive. Mm-hmm. And when we get closer to that date, we'll kind of share what's going on. So excited for that. Carlson just in the chat, I just said, hey, you guys have anything going on at the end of April? Well, guess what? Yeah, we do. We're going to the Charles C. Deem Wilderness area to the Blackwell Horse Camp with a bunch of cool Indiana people. That's what I'm
saying. Say that 3 times fast.
I don't think I can. I had a very hard time getting that out.
Smokes.
But anyways, so welcome. Let's say hi to our chat first.
We will. But first, we always have to thank our sponsor, Mickwick. We're
totally representing today.
I got the toque. And it's fleece lined, so it's like really nice, soft on your ears. Okay. It's cozy.
Right.
It's light.
Got the little sporting hat today.
You got the camel.
It's kind of like you can't really tell in here, but it looks kind of weird when I do that anyways.
So Mickwick Firestarters, go check them out at mickwickfires.com. And if you do, which all of our guests on Backcountry Couples gets a Backcountry Couples Mickwick Firestarter kit.
They do.
Go to mickwickfires.com, use the word KeelQuest. Okay, let's try that again. Use the word KeelQuest and we have the space right there. Because no space, no discount. Got to have space to get a discount.
That's a true story.
And that's good for swag, fire starters,
Yep.
and smoked coffee.
That is a true story. Mm-hmm.
And if you want a review on the delicious smoked coffee, go check out Jason.
Yeah, he did a really good one there. That's true. That's true.
Coffee.
Yep, for sure.
So you did a good job on that.
Yeah. So we want to thank Mick always for supporting us and believing in us, which is really exciting. And we obviously love what the Mickwick Firestarters do.
We never leave home without them.
That's a true story.
That is a 100% true story.
That is true. So we thank you for being a supporter for Backcountry Couples.
We need to put a little package together
in the camper. Good idea. Yeah. All righty. So what's a Backcountry Couple, honey?
Us.
That's right. He said it right from the very beginning.
I've been on the trail like forever.
I know. We were just telling our guest tonight backstage that we had just got done watching a cross-country ski to like a yurt by Lake Superior, and we're just like, it's a fun channel that we have here in Michigan. It's called 906 Outdoors. We're like, we need to do that,
and it has everything to do with the UP of Michigan,
right?
So yeah, he was cross country skiing in the yurt, cooked up a meal,
amazing,
on the stove, and I was like,
and we're just like, we didn't even get in the outdoors like that. Anyway,
didn't get my snowshoes
right on. So if you love what you see, please subscribe.
Hit that subscribe button
and,
if you already have.
Follow along.
Hit the bell. Ding, ding,
yes,
ding.
Yes. And thanks
and then
for everybody.
When I say we, I mean she posts, you'll know.
Right. That's true. But I just want to say thanks for your patience for our little Cozumel videos. We posted them because when we went to that resort, there was no videos. And we've been getting comments saying, thank you so much for posting videos of the resort. Yes. There's one more to go, and that's it. And then we're going back into Glacier, so we are all good there.
Right on.
Who we got, honey?
Who's in the chat?
Yeah, Mom.
Hi, Mom. Hi, Mom.
Hello.
Suzanne.
Hi,
chat.
Suzanne. Thanks so much for hanging out and sharing
Yep.
out. I appreciate that.
Oh, we got the Backcountry Bros.
Carlson's in the house.
Yeah,
Hi, Brian.
and Chris.
And we got Tangent. Hi, Jerry. I mean, hashtag.
Oh, we got Super Good Camping. Hey,
Wait,
you two.
Hi, Tim and Pamela.
Hello.
Doc.
Oh, we got
hi.
Mr. Who? Where?
Doc, you missed Doc. You
Did I
missed Doc.
miss-
Yeah, right.
Oh, there he is.
Yeah.
Hey, Doc. What's up,
Hello.
Doc?
Made you move.
We have the hippies in the house.
Awesome.
We have the Backcountry, beauty of the Backcountry, of the Backcountry.
I know, right? We have
I know, I guess.
right. Good.
Texas Hikeaholics.
Awesome. Hey, nice to see you guys. Thanks for
Cheers,
stopping
y'all.
in.
Who else we got? Carlson.
Hike with Mike.
Hike with Mike.
Hello.
Dan Faust.
Hey, Dan. He said, I hope to meet you guys at Done. Awesome. Reach out. Cool. Love it.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, fun.
Shoot us a message. I don't check social media a whole lot when I'm walking around, but
and our
I'll try to keep up on it.
100%. And our guests are here.
Yes. The guests are in the house.
That is really awesome.
On with the show.
That's right. So we are super excited to have this couple on here. And I always say that I'm like super excited, but everyone's so different and we are so grateful that we connected. Like it's super fun.
Yes. We have more connections than more than one.
I know. I think it's so great. So I do have one thing to say about a question.
That's an understatement.
About one thing to say?
Yep.
I have lots of things to say. But anyways. All right. So wait a minute. Did we say hi to Backcountry Champion? I thought I saw him in there.
Did you?
Did I?
Did we?
We did. We did.
Where?
I'm sure I did.
Let's see.
Let's have a peek.
You keep talking.
All right.
Do your thing.
Anyway,
I'll find him.
hi Jared, if you're here. Anyway, so what I wanted to say is
he's not in
I
here.
thought he was in here. Maybe not. Well, there we go. So what we love about our chat is really interactive, right? And John always says, hey, you know, put your question if you have a question for our guest.
Yes, you got a question for our guest.
Yeah.
All in caps.
Yes.
All in caps.
Yes.
So I can see it and I can tag it in the chat, and then when the question is appropriate for during the conversation, I'll pop it up. Yeah.
So we totally appreciate that.
Heck yeah, we love the interaction.
Yeah. So thanks for hanging out. Let's do this. He's like, hanging loose. Are you ready?
Tim's watching me.
Are you ready? Who's watching?
Tim.
From Super Good Camping?
Yes.
That's why you gave him the hang loose thing?
He likes my eyes.
What was that? I don't know what that was, but that was just really weird.
You know what? You can just watch the rewind.
Oh my God.
All right. On with the show, young lady.
Anyways, are you ready? Here we go. And by the way, we are we're episode 14.
The show is never going to get off the ground.
Who's a newbie? Jay? Jay says, who's a newbie? Hi, Jay. Oh, he's the newbie. Welcome.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with having newbies.
That's right. Welcome.
Got to start somewhere.
That's right. So we are going to get into it. Are you ready for this? Our backcountry couple this week resides in Montana, which we love Montana.
Big sky.
They have hiked the CDT with their 2 dogs. Oh, we love the puppies.
Mm-hmm.
Are accredited filmmakers and photographers.
Awesome.
As well are creating content encouraging everyone to find their own meaningful experiences in nature. Their motto is, when we explore the wilderness, we take a look within ourselves. So welcome from Wilderness Mindset, Alex and Amy.
Hey, guys.
Hey.
How are you?
Thanks for coming on the show tonight.
Yeah, thanks for having us. We're excited.
Oh, it's where the pleasures are ours.
100%.
It's like, yeah, we've been wanting to talk to you guys for a while.
So I'm so glad it worked out. I know we were actually, not lying, on the beach, and you're like, hey, do you still have anything available? And I'm like, yeah, we do. And then you're like, where's Cozumel?
We've been talking about it since September? Something like that.
That was, I guess, the first time we reached out. Oh, yeah, 100%. It was a while ago, for sure. So.
How'd y'all meet? I beat you to it.
He wants to get into it so quick.
Well, how did we meet? I'm gonna try to keep my language together.
Oh no, we're not PG here. We're
okay. So I was going to one of my very best friend's house, and I basically lived there. I go over there every single day. Don't knock, just walk in. she updates me on like who's gonna be at the house and stuff like that. Like I've like basically lived there. And I walk in ready to unleash some girl talk. Just rip through it, ready to unleash. And lo and behold, this guy comes into the kitchen and he's like, "Hey." And I'm like, "Who the fuck are you?" That's how we first met.
Wow.
I had just moved to Montana. So I was
And you're
staying
like,
at our
what was
mutual
that
friend's
response?
house. She was kind of giving me a place to stay while I was looking for a house.
Right.
And I
Really?
think there was probably a reason maybe that she didn't tell you that I was staying there. Because normally she would have told you stuff like that.
Was she trying to hook you guys up?
She hasn't quite admitted it.
Oh no. That was her underlying goal, yes.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
I got it. Oh my gosh, that's so crazy. Were you but you're not from Montana, you guys?
Both of us are not from Montana.
No.
I grew up in Wisconsin, and then I lived in Michigan's Upper Peninsula for a while. And then I moved
Yeah,
here
you
to
did.
Montana in
Mm.
2019.
You
And
were,
I was
you were
born. Oh, go ahead.
no, I was gonna say you were a wildcat, weren't you?
Yep, Montana.
Nice, very cool. Yeah. And then Amy, you're from California?
Yeah, I was born in Vallejo, California, and moved to Modesto, and then moved to Montana when I was about 10. So
Okay.
I'm 34 now.
Yeah.
So I've been here for quite some time.
Yeah. I say you're
That's
from
cool.
Montana.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
We driving through Montana. It was not so much the west side or the east side. That was kind of like boring and flat. But yeah, when you get on the west side,
Oh man.
beautiful.
So fabulous. Were you both outdoorsy growing up?
Yes, to an extent. It's a very relative term. I did like the traditional family camping and stuff like that,
Yeah.
but
Okay.
no like deep backcountry stuff or anything like that.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's kind of the same for me. Like my family never hiked or camped or anything, but we spent all summer, every summer at the lake pretty much.
Sure.
So I was swimming and I was outside all the time. I did a lot
That's
of
cool.
snowboarding as a kid too. Spent a lot of time outside, but nothing backcountry until
Right.
kind of getting to the UP.
No, but that's still cool. You're outside, man.
Oh, and then the UP, that's it.
I was
Love
out
that. So we always love to say kind of how we got to know you two. Or like kind of came across you. And it was through our conversation with Rue, right? McHenrick and the American Perimeter Trail. And you guys were working right on the American Perimeter Trail documentary. So that is just like crazy in itself how we got to. Oh, sorry, I gotta say something. I'm just looking at the chat, and I shouldn't be the chat, but Megan's like, I introduced them, and like props.
That's my friend.
You can thank her.
Good job, Megan. Oh God. So let's talk YouTube first before we get into anything crazy. When did you start YouTube?
Oh, it's kind of a two-part story, I guess. I started my YouTube channel in 2008, I think.
Okay.
And it was just a whole mess of all kinds of stuff. We made snowboard videos. We made airsofting videos. We made stupid videos with my friends in high school with like corny special effects and all kinds of stuff. It's just like whatever we felt like putting up on there.
Right.
And then it wasn't until more recently, last year, I guess, just over a year ago, when Amy and I decided to kind of join forces, and that's when we created the Wilderness Mindset YouTube channel.
Okay.
But you can still go way back in our history and find those terrible old videos if you want to.
Like 14 years ago, I was like, wow, it's crazy. That's just absolutely nuts.
Mhm.
So explain the name.
Wilderness Mindset.
Yes.
I guess
It's exactly what it is.
yeah, it's kind of like our attitude about life, I guess, is
Okay.
we use the wilderness to structure the way we think about life. The lessons that we learn out in nature are good lessons for life. So we kind of we learned our mindset out in nature, and then we kind of take that into all aspects of life.
It is a true story, isn't it? I feel like people don't even realize what they get when they go for a walk in the woods, you know? And then there's us who love to be outside all the time and into the backcountry. We like thrive on that, right? We get all those, I always say
it's relaxing.
it is, and I always say we get those unintended outcomes. It's like, holy moly, we got to see this, we got to see that, or we feel this, or I felt this way. And it's incredible. Let's talk hiking, a little bit of background kind of stuff first. I'm kind of like laying out here.
Right.
There's a method to my madness here. So I just want to talk trails. I know, Amy, you didn't hike with Alex like right off the hop, because Alex, you did like the Pacific Northwest Trail, right?
Yeah, that was before I met Amy.
Right,
Yep.
right. So you had some hiking under your belt first, kind of thing.
Yeah, I guess so. The UP is kind of where all that happened for me. That's where I was introduced to hiking and camping, and kind of got the bug to want to go longer.
Right.
How much of the NCT did you knock off while you were up there?
While I was there, I hiked the North Country Trail across the UP.
Oh, so you did the whole thing?
Yeah.
Nice.
In
every season, though, right?
Yep. So I started in the summer, and then I think it was 9 sections. And the last 2 sections were in the winter.
That's nuts.
And still to this day, that last section was probably the hardest.
I'm not shocked.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like, I think it was last week. Marquette got like 27 inches last week.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It gets deep.
Right.
Oh yeah, no question. I'm so jealous.
Did you have a favorite section? Like we're crossing off the NCT like baby steps at a time. You know what I mean? Like some of the trails we'll do, it'll be like, oh, we just knocked off more miles of the NCT.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite section?
As far as the UP, the 2 popular ones are definitely like Pictured Rocks and then the Porkies, and those are just incredible.
Yeah.
I would say that the one that people might not know so much about would be a section that's like just east of the Porkies.
Okay.
So you're outside of that state park, but you're in an area called the Trap Hills. And I thought that was really cool.
Ooh, I need to write that down.
Write that down.
I like that. Okay, very cool.
What Alex didn't mention is that he was a filmmaker when he was doing that as well.
Right.
And he does have that like as a series on YouTube.
Yeah, it's on YouTube and some other streaming platforms too.
Right.
You can do your research too, Colleen.
I got my research. Don't you worry. I got it all. Don't you worry. But you did go to film school, right?
Yep, that's what I did at Northern Michigan University.
Right. And then you guys are together now. So you have Alex, you've got the filming background, you're hiking, right? Amy, you are a photographer, and you guys kind of joined forces to come together, like the photographer and videography, right? But you weren't a hiker per se.
I was not a thru hiker.
Right. Exactly.
I was more of backcountry hiking or cross country hiking, I guess you would call it.
Okay.
My background is in like big game hunting and just backpacking. So that's where I get my hiking background from.
I love it.
Oh, nice.
I love it. So what happened when the meeting of the minds and someone said, we should take the 2 dogs and we should hike CDT? Come on.
Well, there is a story behind that.
Okay.
The CDT was a very pre-thought plan. It wasn't something that we just did spur of the moment. Alex and I met, obviously, and he was all stoked about like his Hayduke Trail and his Pacific Northwest Trail and all of the things that he learned out there for his mental well-being and his health. And I personally have been through a lot in my life, a lot of physical abuse, mental abuse, sexual abuse, and try not to get emotional. And so there was just like this daunting question of asking Alex if he would do a thru hike with me because I wanted those things. I wanted to heal from a lot of this stuff.
Sure.
And I just remember like being at work one day, just staring at my phone and like putting it down and picking it back up and putting it down. And finally I just texted him. I was like, would you do a thru hike with me? And I totally expected him like, no, I don't want to go in the middle of nowhere with this crazy girl who has all this emotional damage, and totally expected him to say no. And he simply replied, yes. And I was like so relieved and super excited, and it was just a whole bunch of emotions at that time. But that's kind of how it happened. And then we have a kitty saying hi right here. If anybody knows me, they know I have a dog, and her name is Minnow. And Minnow goes everywhere with me, and I'm not even joking. If she's able to go, she's there. A lot of the time, I just won't go if she's not allowed to go. She's a very important being in my life, and she's probably the reason why I'm still here today.
Love it.
So he knew that she was going to come with me no matter what. So that's kind of how we joined that. But then if you don't know, Echo, our other dog, is actually Minnow's daughter. They're related. Yep.
So cute. So cute.
And we were trying to find somebody to babysit Echo while we were out there. And nobody really wanted to babysit a puppy like for 6 months, 5 months, however long it was going to be. They'd get too attached. They wouldn't want to give it back. And then they didn't want like all the care that goes into having a puppy. Everybody thinks a puppy's great, but they're hard work. So eventually Alex just came to the realization that she was coming. So it was just us two and our 2 dogs.
Nice. So when you guys were getting ready and planning this trip on the CDT with the pups, what preparation did you guys do for the dogs to bring them out on this thru hike?
So our dogs are very well equipped in the backcountry. That's what we do. That's
Look at that.
We just go hiking all the time. So we didn't do too much training with them. They're usually very well behaved. Echo was actually 6 months old when we brought her out. She was just,
wow.
Yeah. So we had to go a little bit slower the first couple of days, specifically for Echo. She would just sit down and be like, no, I'm not going anymore.
Got it.
But other than that, they didn't need much training or any like getting built endurance for this. Minnow used to wear a backpack all the time every time we went hiking, so she was used to that.
Okay.
Yeah, there wasn't much training that we had to do for them.
Nice.
We made food for them out of deer meat that Amy shot that previous fall. So
love it.
Did you guys dehydrate it, or you kept it fresh?
We tried to freeze dry it. That did not work. So we did dehydrate it. A lot of people, I want to throw out there, a lot of people want to bring their dogs on hikes, and it's a very controversial topic. Your dog definitely has to have the energy and the athleticism to go out there. You can't just bring any dog out there. And you've got to know that your dog has to carry a lot of weight. Like, they got to carry their own food. And if they can't carry that, you're carrying that on top of all your gear. So it's a big commitment. So it's not just a spur of the moment thing that you can do. You've definitely got to think about it and what you're going to put them through and what you're going to go through as well.
Right. So did you train for the
CDT? We should have.
There's that answer.
Actually, Alex and I were going through a lot of turmoil at that time between some personal issues. And we both got really soft. We were both working a lot at that time. I actually had a full-time job, and I couldn't commit as much to the pre-planning. And Alex went on a bunch of interviews for this because we knew we were going to turn it into a film. It was specifically about mental health out on the outdoors. So I couldn't even join that. But yeah, it was a lot of turmoil going on at that time, and we I don't know, we just didn't go out as much. We were so busy.
We were just too busy to prepare.
Oh, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So even though
people, Well, a lot of hikers will tell you that the only way to prepare for a thru hike is to do the thru hike, or
Just do
just a hike in general. There's
Right.
kind of no exercises that'll fully prepare you for it.
Right.
It's just the kind of the pounding on your feet and wearing a heavy pack all day. There's really no way to replicate that until you go out there and do it. So that's kind of the approach that we took, but not quite on purpose.
It's the Nike
It's
way. Just do it.
Just do it.
Yeah.
Right.
Right?
That is true.
I mean, plain and simple. I mean,
I know. Did
all right. How many?
Go ahead.
How many miles did you guys average on your trip?
A day, or
A day, yeah.
I think it was on average 15 miles per day. And that's pretty
good.
low for a thru hiker.
What was your highest miles, do you think?
26.
That's pretty big.
Yeah, what we didn't mention is Megan said 14 miles. Megan actually is an exercise physiologist as well as like a huge nerd. And I can say that because she's my friend. And she's one of those people that have like 20 acronyms after her name. So she's super smart. Megan actually did a whole bunch of studies on us for the film. A lot of like, we did cortisol testing. So we got our blood taken before, during, and after the hike. We did some
VO2 max.
VO2 max testing, and yep.
There you go.
So
That's Megan.
right. So
You're doing our flexibility in that picture.
So part of all of that is we wore our smartwatches, and that tracked our miles every single day and how fast we were going and stuff like that. And obviously it's not 100% accurate, but that's how we get those numbers. So yeah.
Yeah.
So
I found, I mean, I've done mine when we did the thru hike on the Porkies, and I carried my GPS. This smartwatch was like way off. I don't know if it was due to motion. I have no idea, but just comparing miles from the GPS to this was like I was off by like 4 miles.
Right.
Yeah, because we have the same brand of watch, slightly different version, but they're pretty much the same watch. And at the end of the day, mine was usually like 2 or 3 miles more or less than Amy's.
Yeah, weird.
Interesting.
Yeah, I mean,
it is interesting.
So I want to talk. So when people think you're filming a thru hike, people think you're just gonna film. Oh, this is what we did. This is what we, what we looked at. This is what we saw. This is what we conquered. Whatever. But you were interested in, like you said, it was mind, body, and soul, right? Like this is kind of, and that is what the documentary is about.
Mm-hmm.
And it's about physical changes. And I don't think people think about those physical changes. So when you obviously are with Megan, or maybe Megan was the person that said, why don't we like monitor where you are from the beginning than where you are at the end?
I want to quote Megan. She said, I want to test your blood.
A little vampire-ish.
Yeah, but I just...
I want to test your blood.
Yeah, because I feel like it's like one of the things you wanted to test was like you wanted to see if you were, or how, if you were more flexible. I think it was at the end, and I was like, "Oh yeah, you gotta be," but you weren't. Like it's so weird. Like just those things that I feel like people don't talk about or people don't even think of. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Megan's writing a big nerdy thing that I can't even remember the words what it's called.
Okay.
But basically it's not published yet. It's something it's like a big thing. It's going to get published. But basically the results were our body definitely decreased in health almost overall everywhere.
That is
Alex's body actually ate its bone mass. Like it's definitely a big wear on your body.
Wow.
I feel like that's not even talked about at all. It's not. I feel like it isn't. People are saying, I saw 13 bears on the Appalachian Trail. No one ever says, I got home and I can't touch my toes. You know what I mean? I don't know.
I'm still recovering from that hike.
100%.
I have some huge knots in my hamstrings that
I
don't know if I'll ever get out.
Right.
On top of that, I guess I have a broken back that I did that with, as well as 2 bad knees.
Ooh,
and those both were injuries beforehand. And my back will never heal. I stopped going to the doctor for my knees, so I don't know if it'll heal or not, but it's definitely a wear in the body.
Holy moly.
I mean, that's a pretty grueling trail.
So with your packs, because it's not just, a 26-pound pack, you've got 2 dogs that are carrying their own food and potentially some of their water, but you guys are also carrying probably a lot of water for the dogs, right? But there's the camera gear. Like, come on.
What did y'all use for your documentary?
Actually, the camera that you can see back there is the camera that I brought.
Okay.
It's a Nikon Z6. It's a full frame camera. This is not like something that we want to take GoPros out. This is something that we want to make a good film out of. So you've got to bring good equipment.
Right.
I think we both had around 10 pounds extra of camera equipment, including like the camera, the batteries, the cords, the cards, the backup batteries, mics, lenses or filters for the lenses.
Right.
Stuff to keep the camera protected during bad weather. We brought tripods with us. We brought GoPros as well. We had 2 drones. Yeah.
Holy moly.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
That's quite a bit.
So did you go into the CDT saying the documentary is going to be called Mind, Body, and Soul?
Yes.
Okay. So then you guys also have a podcast, right? Which is the nature of well-being.
Yeah. So
okay.
I feel like I'm talking a lot. But the nature of well-being is from all the interviews that we have come. We did a lot of interviews for this documentary.
Okay.
I feel like over 30 at least.
Whoa.
Yes. So we were like, we can't put all of us into the film, obviously. But this is a lot of good information and a lot of good things talked about. So we didn't want that to be lost. So Alex, I think, came up with the idea of turning them all into a podcast. So at least the world can access them.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yes. And I feel like you said, it's good information that, again, is not talked about. Like, this is why I was so excited to chat with you guys. Because you're out there interviewing people, not even interviewing, you're having a conversation with people. Do you know what I mean? And they just want to share because obviously you guys are very likable and you're very easy to chat with. So I feel like people share stuff when you come across, people who are that, warming and enveloping. So that's really, really awesome.
Well, it's the common thing of being outside and healing.
It is. Well, that is true. Absolutely. Now you talked about, say that again.
They've spent a lot of time outside and everything that we're talking about is very personal to them. So it's something that they really believe in. So it's not hard to get even a quiet person to talk about this stuff.
Right.
That is interviews run hours, like 2, 3. I think we had one that was over 5 hours.
Holy moly.
And there's a lot of them are just really good stories.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then, exactly. Where do you stop? Where do you cut them out? Like, you can't.
Yeah. We take a different approach to interviewing people. A lot of people go in with the intent of what they want and they get it and they go. We don't do that. We have a conversation with them because if something sparks in their eye or in their mind, they want to go that way and talk about it. And we want to get them out there. That's how you get the gold. So we let them go out there. And if there's something that's like comes to mind that we want to talk more about, or they come across something and they go over it, we write it down so we can go back to that. But we definitely want to capture everything that they want to talk about.
Totally.
That's perfect. That's a great approach. So what about the filming and photography? So you guys each had your own little businesses, right? And then you kind of collaborated, and then we have Wilderness Mindset. And we know that, Amy, you're a photographer by trade, and then same with, Alex is videography. You've had some pretty good notoriety. Like, Alex, you were on PBS, right? I think one of your little things were on PBS, which is kind of fun. You were in the top 10 spots of best hiking films. That's pretty cool. Like, you made that list. And then Marquette just recently has the Fresh Coast Film Festival. So you guys featured in that. So that's kind of fun. Right. And I got to go back here because there was a question, honey. Can I go back here?
Which question?
Right here.
Question is, what is the story with the Graybeard shirts?
That's a good question.
Right on. That's what I'm leading up to.
How convenient.
Right?
Yeah.
So that's our latest thing.
Right.
And that's a project that we've been working on with another guy, Zach Rivers, and another filmmaker named Kyle Johnson. So it's kind of a 2-part film crew, but we're half of that. And that's about a guy named Dale Sanders, who is 87 years old, and he holds all kinds of records for being the oldest person to do a whole bunch of adventures. He held the oldest Appalachian Trail record for a while. He held the oldest Mississippi paddle in 2015, and then somebody took that record away from him. And so that's what this movie is about. He's taking that record back. And he just completed that paddle last summer.
Isn't that incredible?
Out there on the river with him filming, and we're just wrapping up that project right now. We're going to be releasing that on April 1st.
Okay.
Nice.
But didn't you guys won an award though? You guys won like the Audience Choice Award?
We did win the Audience Choice Award at Lookout Wild Film Festival in Chattanooga, Tennessee. We also won the Canoe Award for Paddling Film Festival. And those were just the 2 that we've entered so far. So we're going to be entering more. And it's funny that you guys mentioned Canoeacopia because we're also going to be there and we're presenting there as well. So we can meet in real life.
That's so cool.
Awesome.
And actually, one of our guests on here, Dan Faust, he's one of the co-stars that is in Graybeard, the Man, the Myth, the Mississippi. It's Dale Sanders, and then Matt Briggs, and then Dan Faust is the 3 main stars, and then there's another Matt Taylor. And they were the ones that we followed the most along. Obviously, there's more people, but yeah.
That's awesome. Well, congrats on those awards. That is so cool.
So awesome.
And then go ahead, honey.
So here's our story with a Graybeard. We're at Canoeacopia last year, and due to I mean, the still was difficult for a lot of the Canadian people to come across, and they could, but I mean, it was a lot of hoops and stuff they had to jump through. Anyways, so we're there, and so a lot of the suppliers, like Novacraft wasn't there, Swift Canoe wasn't there. They had their boats all set up, and we were just we were talking with
Live Today.
Not Live Today. We will Live Today, and who's the other person we were with? Anyways, long story short, which one we went? 1444.
That looks like a Dale Sanders to me.
Right?
Yeah. So yeah, Live Today was with us, and there was another gentleman, but I was just standing next to one of the Swift canoes and just leaning up against it. He actually thought I was like a sales rep or something. He comes over and starts talking to me, and I was like, well, la la la. And I told him, what I knew about it. Then the owner of Rutabaga Paddle Sports, Darren, came over, and he started talking with him, and then we learned his whole story that he had planned out for that summer, to do that Mississippi trip.
Right.
Turning 87 and all that. And I said, wow, that's incredible. And, we got to take, as you see, we got to take some pictures with him. And
what a character. Full of life.
That dude,
super spunky.
That dude's he's just a little spunk full of energy.
And then when we
watched,
spark
plug.
He is. And then when we watched, so what a pleasure it was to have met him, obviously. But it was when we watched the Lookout Film Festival, you guys got the only standing ovation.
We did.
And I was like, shut up. Like, that is like, I got goosebumps. Like, I'm not lying. Like, I almost cried. Like, I was just like, oh, it was so nice. So that is so cool. So how can everybody watch that documentary? So it's coming out April 1st, you said.
So we're going to have it available. Somebody through the grapevine might say that it might be available pre-order pretty soon.
Got it.
And it might be available April 1st. We weren't supposed to announce that just yet, but it will be available on DVD. It'll also be available through digital. I don't want to say download because they can't download it, but streaming.
Okay.
We'll have those available coming very, very, very soon.
Okay. So how did you get to know of his story?
So for the Mind, Body, Soul project, we wanted to interview anybody that had a lot of experience in the outdoors. We also wanted to interview anybody that was well known. Dale Sanders is a very well known person in the thru hiking community and in the paddling community. He's a very, very nice gentleman, very kind-hearted, very giving person. And Alex emailed him and asked if we could interview him for this project. And Dale said, sure. And Dale opened up his home. He fed Alex, interviewed like 4 hours, I feel like.
That was one of the long ones.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's how we met Dale. We met him before this project. And then we heard about him doing the Mississippi trip. And so it kind of collided together. And that's how we all met.
Wow.
I mean,
that's like a full circle
and
for a year.
Yeah, we can attest that. That dude's just like I said, he's just
like energy up to here.
I like to tell people that he's more spry than I am.
100%. Oh yeah.
That dude.
Absolutely.
Like he was like dancing up a storm on the stage. I was like, what?
Yeah.
I thought it was amazing. Thought it was amazing.
Mhm.
And then how about obviously because we got to know you through the American Perimeter Trail and with Rue.
Yeah.
Same thing. How did that come about?
I think Rue reached out to Alex, I feel like.
Oh.
Yeah, we talked in 2020, I think, maybe even earlier, and that was during his hike. So that was while he was still doing the initial scouting hike of his entire American Perimeter Trail, which took about 3 years to do.
Right.
And we were in the phase of planning for the CDT while we were talking to Rue about potentially filming his APT hike. And we basically told him we're kind of too busy. We already have this CDT project going on, so we can't come out and film you, unfortunately. So he kept hiking. He finished his hike, and then by the time he completed his loop in Bend, Oregon, this past October, that's when we were available. So that's when we went out and met him for the first time.
Okay.
And we hiked with him for the last week of his entire journey as he walked into Bend.
Right. And I said, amazing.
That's
really awesome.
That's super cool.
I know, it really is. And then, so what is the plan with the American Perimeter Trail? Is there a documentary?
There is. That's the plan. There's still a lot up in the air with that whole project.
Okay.
Because obviously we weren't there to film his hike. So our plan right now is we've interviewed him telling stories from his whole hike, and so far we've probably got 15 hours of him telling stories.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I'm not shocked. He is a good storyteller.
Yeah,
for sure.
really a good storyteller. And we've only made it from Bend through like the Appalachians, I think. So we've still got about half the country to go. So that'll kind of be like the backbone of the movie is his interviews of him telling the stories of that hike.
I love it.
But he still has a lot more scouting, and we still have a lot more filming to do with him, and that's still kind of up in the air still. But we'll be doing a lot more filming with him to kind of fill in the rest of the movie.
Okay.
I mean, that hike took about
hours.
that hike took about 3 hours or 3 years to do. So it's gonna be a long project. Getting it all together and getting the stories and contacting people that Rue came across on this amazing journey that he did. And just digging deep. So we don't have a potential release date or when it's going to be available.
Sure.
But it will still be coming out, and we'll keep that updated on our Wilderness Mindset.
Okay. That's awesome.
That's
we'll
so
be excited
cool.
to share that out when that happens for sure.
It was a pleasure meeting him when he was doing some scouting here in Michigan. So
yes. Yeah, that was we got to hang out with
some
him and stuff like that.
He's a very good soul.
Oh, 100%. Yes. So when you've got all this gear and you're meeting all these people, even like the last few, miles with Rue, like, what do you do when you have a camera fail when you're out in the middle of nowhere and you're this far to town and stuff like that?
Luckily, I don't think we've had that problem yet.
I think the only problem we've come
That's good. Knock on wood.
Yeah, right.
You're jinxing us.
I know.
Way to go.
I'm not jinxing you. No.
Don't bring it up.
Well,
The only problem that we've ever come across is running out of battery.
Okay.
At that point, you just can't film anymore, or you kind of like time it out of what you're going to film. So you can make it to the end. But
and weather-wise, like we tried to do a photo shoot in the winter once, and John's like, I think the camera's frozen.
Oh
like
my
we're
God.
just like, what do you do?
Well, we have a smaller frame camera, so it's a mirrorless, so the body's not as big, and so it can't hold the heat, like a full frame can, Those are a little more robust, and they can get through the winters a lot. This guy here that we're shooting on right now, he gets anywhere near 20 degrees, and it's just like,
Like, so how do you deal with that? Like,
so your camera has to be, what's the word I'm looking for? Not equalized. I don't know. With the weather, acclimated to the weather.
Acclimated. Okay, yeah.
So if you're outside and it's freezing cold, your camera's going to do fine if it's acclimated to that, especially our cameras. If it's warm outside and your camera's acclimated to that, then it'll be fine. I guess some things that we did come across is our cameras will
fog
up. So
inside.
Yep.
So you just have to sit there in the sun and let the sun dry it up for you. It's just all about acclimating your camera to the temperatures. And that's the same thing for it being hot out. So we went into we were in an air conditioning filming the Mississippi down in Venice, Louisiana. Super hot during the summertime.
Right.
So we're in this air conditioned building, and we wanted to run out and catch something with Dale being all crazy Dale because they weren't acclimated. So we kind of missed that opportunity. You got to think about.
Gotcha. Okay.
Have you guys ever lost any equipment?
Stop jinxing it.
I'm not jinxing it. I tell you what I'm telling you what I'm getting at, because I feel like when you have that much stuff, it's a high level of organization.
I am a very well organized person.
That's what I mean. I feel like that's really important, So how do you deal with all that stuff? You stop it.
I will say we have broken stuff, but not on big adventures. Just on smaller trips or day hikes when it's not such a big deal.
Okay.
And, Amy forgot her camera on top of a car once. I've crashed multiple drones. I've had a camera die from water damage. So it all happens, but it hasn't happened on any of our important filming trips yet.
I think Alex actually forgot his camera at a break once, and he went
I did do that.
a few miles, and he had to go back a few miles to get his camera.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
Luckily, it was still there.
Right. And I read right. Like my glasses on top of Hogback Mountain.
They're probably still there.
They're not.
How do you know?
And then I'm like, where's my glass? He goes, oh my God.
We don't know. We don't know.
Anyway.
We revisit that after the snow melts.
I don't even know where I read it, but one of you or both of you took 250,000 photos and narrowed it down to 436.
I think that was probably from my first photo book.
How do you even do that?
What are you talking
that was
about?
4 years worth of picture taking while I was
on
you.
How you do that. A lot of people can do that super simple, not 250,000, but we could take easily 5,000 pictures in one day. And that's when we create time lapses. So it's something that takes a picture every 5 seconds or every 4 seconds or every 30 seconds, however long you want that clip to be, because it turns into a picture book kind of movie a little bit, like one of those things. So you can easily take a lot of photos in an hour.
Oh yeah.
That's actually, I never really thought about it like that.
Well, we do that with
the
GoPro.
And we have done that. That's true. Have you ever caught anything unintentionally on a time lapse?
Yeah.
Like what? What'd you do?
Unfortunately.
Just people walking by, or animals, cats, or really cool ones is if you get a shooting star in your time lapse.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
Really cool. Anything crazy that you think of?
Maybe, but I can't think of anything
Yeah.
off the top.
But I feel like that's pretty awesome. Let's
We-
go to we have a couple of questions first.
We got a quick
Okay.
question here from Dan. Glory days. What was it like canoeing down the headwaters of the Mississippi with 2 dogs and all the camera gear equipment in a borrowed canoe?
Dan knows an oddly specific amount of details about what we did there. That's because he was with us. I guess I'll take it. So we're not paddlers. To start out this story, we're not very experienced in a canoe. But in order to film a radio documentary, obviously we need to be on the water. That's like the best way to film a canoeer.
Right.
So for the first week of the paddle, we borrowed a canoe from some river angels.
Sandy, Brum, and Chinklin.
Okay. River Angels, I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing humans.
Yeah, they helped us out so much. They were able to give us that big aluminum canoe. So we loaded up our 2 dogs in there with all of our camera gear, and kind of just like hiking, I guess, we decided we would just go out there and figure it out.
Wow.
The headwaters that first week is kind of known for being the most difficult section of that whole paddle, because the river is so small and narrow and shallow, and there's a lot of rocks and obstacles and stuff. And we had a good crash course in learning how to maneuver a canoe.
Oh, I bet you did.
Being with these experienced canoers, they were able to give us tips and tricks, and I think we picked it up pretty fast.
Yeah, we did have some good teachers with us. That's for sure.
That's awesome.
That's cool. How'd the pups do?
Pretty well.
Yeah, they did pretty good.
All things considered.
Echo had never been in a boat ever before this trip. So she did actually really well for not ever having to be in a boat at all, ever, nothing. She did pretty good. She did jump out a couple of times. One to get some otters.
Oh my gosh.
And then another one, we came down like a little water chute. It was probably like a 2 or 3 foot drop. We came out of this beaver dam, and she jumped out once we were done.
Oh, geez.
And she was just, land, and jumped out and got all excited, but really it was like a swampy area, and it wasn't like
Okay.
pretty good. Minnow has been in multiple kinds of boats, and she's 6 now. She just had her birthday.
Happy birthday, puppy.
Yeah. She's lower in the energy and a little less spontaneous.
I got it. That's awesome that you. So is paddling on your horizon?
I'm not going to take it out of our books. It's not something that we have planned yet, but I'm not going to say, no, we'll never go paddling ever again. I think.
Okay.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at.
Yeah.
Hiking is my thing. I like to be on my feet.
Right. Me too. I'm a pedestrian, so I just love it. Yeah.
Right.
Oh, that's so awesome.
Mad Hippies has a quick question. He's curious. They're curious of what camera and lenses are you guys using? They're so heavy, but worth the weight.
Yeah, I had the Nikon Z6, and my lens was a 24 to 200 millimeter lens. And I use that lens specifically because it's kind of like your all-around camera lens. So you can zoom out or zoom in, and you can get a slower zoom out. Words are hard for me. But I only brought the one lens so I could have like an overall.
Yeah, that's kind of a compromise that we make, I guess. When you're through hiking with your camera gear, we both just carried one lens. So it's just an all-in-one zoom lens, so we can get pretty wide, but we can also zoom in pretty far for wildlife and stuff.
You brought a wide-angle lens once or twice, didn't you?
Oh, wow.
On shorter. Just 2-day trips or whatever.
Got it.
Mine is a Sony A7 III, and I think that's a 24 to 240 millimeter lens.
Well, Mad Hippies was because they take their camera gear with them when and they have some beautiful photos as well.
Awesome.
Yeah, if it's something you're into, it's worth it. But you have to be like, you really have to enjoy the photography side of things.
100%.
Yeah, somebody's not going to do a through hike if it's not their passion with the full.
That's right.
Camera.
So this is something. So when we posted that you guys were going to be on the show, you met Snackbox. It says details and I met this crew just north of Lake Ann. See, on a portion of the CDT that overlaps the CT. They had a mountain of camera gear and still were crushing miles.
I do remember that name.
Man,
Yeah.
I just saw a face. I'm so bad with names. I'm so sorry. You're a human being. It's great that we're making impressions.
Right. No, that's really, and I feel like the camera gear, I mean, everyone here is on YouTube or they're on Instagram or all that, you know, I mean, or Facebook. And so people say, you know, words with photos, right? So when people, I mean, obviously the iPhone is like pretty fancy pants now and all that kind of stuff. But this is you, Al. Like, what's going on here, Amy?
I'm taking a photo of some bison in Yellowstone.
Right.
We take for granted that we live so close to Yellowstone. And bison really aren't that special to us, which is so horrible because they're amazing creatures and they're so gentle creatures. Their souls are so gentle. But I was just sticking out my head, taking some pictures of bison in the middle of the road. I like to get eyeball shots. That's what I call them. I want to do an eyeball series. And yeah.
Like, stop it.
Yeah, they're amazing creatures. And I think I personally take them for granted. Just because they're just so easily to get to around here.
Yeah, I mean, I drive all over the state, you know, for my work and stuff like that. And there's some couple areas I look forward to driving past because of the buffalo farms that they have up there, and watching the herd grow over years of traveling by it. You see them. It's cool.
It is. That's gorgeous, Amy. Beautiful work, honey. Beautiful.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. So, this question for Alex. So, we've heard of like snowboarding and skiing. Never heard of split boarding before. I was like, what the heck is split boarding? So please share.
It's something that it has been around for a while. I think since the 90s people have been doing it, but it hasn't really been gaining popularity until maybe the last 10 years or so.
Okay.
And that's something that I got into when I moved out here to Montana. And it kind of combines my two favorite things, especially in the winter, which is snowboarding and hiking. And it allows you to hike into the mountains on your snowboard. And then you can climb up the mountains and ride down. And it's kind of, if you want to access the backcountry in the winter, you need skis. You can do it on snowshoes, but even snowshoes are a lot of work when the snow is that deep.
Sure.
I'm not a skier, so it's a nice thing that they invented the split board. So you can split the board apart and you turn it into skis, and you put what's called skins on the bottom. So it's like it's sticky like glue on one side, and then it has fabric or felt on the other side with hairs that are all going in one direction, so that you can slide forward, but it doesn't slide backwards so easily.
Okay.
That allows you to go up into the mountains, and allows you to climb hills with those skis on, and then when you get to the top, you put the
Are these very similar to those the wide hiking style skis? They're only maybe 3 feet long.
It's pretty similar, I think. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa, never heard of that. Like, I had to look into that for sure.
I saw Nate Muskoka was using them.
Right. And then you've been, you're in the backcountry in the wintertime, and you brought skates to go skating on like some ponds that have been frozen over and stuff like that. That's pretty cool.
That's fun.
Oh, I was just on my skis when I did that.
Oh my gosh. Like, stop it. Like, so fun. And then Amy, you have you guys each have your own hobbies too. You obviously do everything together as well, but you design jewelry.
I do. I've been doing that for a long time now.
Okay.
We sell them because it's our business now. We sell them, but it's not on our website yet. We've been so busy with this new business, and then with filming the Graybeard documentary and the APT and the Mind Body Soul, we just aren't exactly where we would like to be with our website. But eventually it'll be for sale on our website as well.
Okay, perfect.
Cool.
Oh, good. Well, keep us posted on that so we can share that out as well.
Yeah, and
buy something.
Anything that involves the wilderness is stuff that we want to do. So my jewelry involves petrified wood or agates or feathers from things that I personally have harvested.
Okay.
And then I also make like sugar scrub and stuff like that. So your skin gets really dry when you're out there. And sugar scrub really, really, really helps, especially me personally. I have really sensitive skin and it dries out really fast. And
got you.
so sugar scrub keeps me alive.
Nice.
I
And it makes your skin feel nice and soft.
He loves it too. I know.
Yeah, it is. It's for both men and women. Men want to be this masculine. Get over it. Just use some sugar
I
scrub.
want soft hands. Come on.
I don't use it every day. I'll use it maybe once
a week for sure.
Maybe twice a week, and just give a good scrub on the hands.
Right.
That's great.
Now, do you guys do gear reviews? Like, is there...
Yeah.
Was it just something that you're just passionate about, or you're just like, hey, let's just, we got this, let's just like review it kind of thing?
Some people have asked us to do some reviews, and then other times it's when we have the time to do it and we feel like something needs to be said about it, whether it's really great or really not so great.
Right.
We want the community, our outdoors community, to be able to pick the best equipment that's for them. Obviously, one piece of equipment's not for everybody, but that's kind of where the passion comes from. That if we want to spread that knowledge,
right? I mean, and again, that's a little bit of time and effort to do that too, right? Like making the time to do that for sure.
Yeah.
What's up for 2023? Do you guys have any like personal trips ahead that you're planning on?
So these last few years, 2 years or so, we have been majorly busy, and we haven't been able to enjoy Montana so much, and we're missing out and are missing it. So we're hoping to stay home this summer and but just enjoy the hiking around here that we have, because my heart is so heavily based in Montana. Not to say if something comes around that is definitely like super exciting or worth our time to do, we probably do it, but we want to stay home for a summer.
Right.
Our neighbors had mentioned one time we got neighbors coming and going, and they're like, I didn't even know somebody lived here or not. You guys are never home.
Oh my gosh.
And this last summer, I was home probably 5 days out of the whole summer. So.
Holy moly. There is something to be said about when you get home and it's home. Like it's nice, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's cool. Do you guys get up into Glacier much?
That's so funny, because the first time I ever been to Glacier was actually because of the CDT. I have never been to Glacier National Park, which I've lived here for 24 years and never been there, and I'm an outdoorsy person, but we don't go there very often. Montana is a huge state.
That's no lie.
It is 6 hours to get there, so we don't go there very often.
Okay. And then you mentioned how you hunted, right? Like back in the day. What about you do? What about fishing?
I do fish, yes.
Yeah. Okay. Like fly fish, or are you like, what are you doing?
We just recently got into fly fishing 2 years ago, but again, being so busy, we haven't got many opportunities to do it.
That's one of the many things that we want to spend more time doing in the summer.
Add it to the list.
Yeah. I mostly did spinner fishing, so just your regular cast out a spinner.
Okay.
But
I mean, there were some beautiful rivers when we were like driving through Montana. We're like, oh my God, that's got to be loaded with fish, right?
Yeah. Absolutely.
That is fun.
It's like I wish I brought my fishing rod with me. But
Montana is definitely a destination for fishing.
There you go.
A lot of people travel here for that.
Oh yeah, 100%. So Snubbox had said y'all should try to book some of the lookout towers for a few nights. Montana is loaded with them, and they are really inexpensive. Well, hello, that's fun.
Yeah. They definitely. There's a lot of wilderness in Montana, and I don't know if people know what a lookout tower is, but they use it to watch for fires and stuff like that. And they They definitely do have them everywhere, and they're absolutely amazing.
Right. So then, You love to fish. You guys have done, or maybe it was just Alex. Did you do like a fly-in fishing thing in Canada?
Oh, we've both done that.
Yeah.
You both did it. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
So that's fun, right? Because I'm from London, Ontario, right? So I'm
Okay.
Canadian. Yeah, and
Yay.
I'd stop it. And so do you try to get to Canada?
Not since COVID.
It's
There's
easier now.
obviously
It's way
been-
easy. But yeah.
There's been a lot of restrictions. But the first time I went, I was like, I gotta come back. This is absolutely amazing. We took one of the planes that land in water and landed in. And we had this huge area full of water to fish in. Could catch northerns and walleyes and
Yeah.
trout.
Oh, nice.
I caught the biggest fish that year. Just so you know,
Nice.
44 inches.
Just for the record.
That's fine. It's break when you catch the biggest fish, it's bragging right. It is allowed.
Absolutely.
It is allowed.
I know. I got to hear it every day.
Yeah, not every day. I happen to be a
Good
master
reminder.
angler, just saying. Oh my
I
god.
think Alex's was like a kind of not a family trip, but he'd go with his dad almost
Yeah.
every year.
Oh,
My
that's
dad
great.
was doing that as like an annual trip for a while.
I think
Not
it's
for
the
the past
best.
few years, but I hope he's going to start doing that again. 'Cause we
That's-
go out, we fly in on the float plane, then stay at a cabin for a week, and you have the whole lake to yourself. It's just complete solitude up there.
It's pretty
So,
spectacular for
it's-
sure.
I mean, it's fun up there, but man, it's
Yeah.
expensive to go fishing up in Canada.
It
Right.
is.
Yeah, it is. That is true. Are you interested in like doing anything with national parks at all?
For filming?
Yeah. Because of the national park film thing that's kind of going on right now. I'm sure you've read that or heard about that.
We definitely wouldn't say no.
Yeah, I would definitely not say no.
What are
Right.
you talking about?
Yeah.
What's going on?
So there's a fee to pay to film in a national park now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So so everyone's trying to kind of work around that. So I would look into that if I were you guys, if you were,
Yeah. The last I heard is if you're filming commercially, then you need a permit. And
Right.
if you're
Yeah.
not, then it's not a big deal. But that might have recently have changed.
If you
so-
post
yeah.
if you post it on YouTube and you're monetized and you're making money,
Yeah.
you will get fined.
Oh wow, yeah, that must be
Wow.
pretty recent because
It is pretty recent.
It's very recent.
Yeah.
and it's like it's been like a major uproar.
Yeah, for
Oh, wow.
sure. I know.
We're out of the loop.
Yeah. I'll keep my negative comments to myself.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. That is so true. So how can everybody find you two?
Well, let me show you.
Oh, excuse me. Here we go. All right.
I have all their social
So
media right
wait
here.
a minute. You guys are on YouTube, obviously.
Obviously.
So everybody, please make sure you go and subscribe to these guys.
Check them out.
Yes. Where else can we find you?
So we're on Facebook. We are on Instagram. We do have a TikTok and a Pinterest.
Your pennies?
Well, your pennies.
We are pennies. We don't put
Okay.
a lot of effort into
I don't know
that,
if we could say that.
but-
It's kind of dead.
Yeah.
You should put your jewelry on Pinterest.
I think they have in the past, and
Have you?
again,
I'll
we've
check it out.
combined our businesses, so
Okay.
everything's basically new, and all my stuff I've recently like deleted and taken down.
Oh, so you got it all over. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
So TikTok.
Probably our website. I mean, that's kind of like the one-stop place to find everything. So that's Wilderness Mindset.
And your website has everything, which John just put that in there right now.
Yes, I did.
wildernessmindset.com.
It's a very nice website.
It is a very nice.
Yeah.
It's very user friendly. Just saying.
great, that's
Good.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
no.
that is a bit because I am like computer illiterate. Like if it doesn't work, I'm like angry. Do you know what I mean? But it's
Yeah.
like it was just so
That's
very.
a true
That is a true
statement.
story. But so thank you for that. That was awesome. So I appreciate that. And one of the things you want to do, you guys wanted to give away sticker tonight.
Yeah, we have some stickers.
Okay.
It would be very nice to give away some of the people that decided to join us and hear
Yes.
us talk.
I love it. I love it. How are we gonna do it, honey?
So what we can do is pick a word, and then anybody who's in the chat has to put that. Just type the word out, and then I can put it into the what do I call it?
Like the comment picker kind of thing.
Yeah,
Words are hard.
giveaway
Okay,
tool.
What's your word?
We just pick any word.
I guess.
Any word.
How about minnow?
Did you say minnow?
Minnow.
That was the word that I was
Okay, so MINNO.
All right. I love it. I love it.
Whoa, Jan got it.
Let's go. Minnow.
Okay, so there you go.
Oh, Suzanne, you can't put the heart. It just has to be minnow.
Minnow.
Just the word minnow. Come on. Let's get these stickers
hold-
out on
hold-
everyone's water bottles.
I'm talking.
What?
Put it all. We'll make it so the giveaway tool will pick it up. Put minnow. Let's see, majority of people. So yeah, capital M, and then the rest in lowercase.
Oh, is that how you're gonna type it in? Okay.
So
Doc.
Tim and Doc need to retype it in.
Okay. Minnow. That's so funny. Minnow. Love it. Love it. Aw. Let's go.
There's tangent.
Yeah, we get it all in there.
Give them a couple minutes.
I know. Great minds think. I'm so excited you guys are going to be at Canoecopia. Like, seriously.
Yeah.
Like,
I
I
don't
didn't even.
know if you guys knew that or not.
Yeah, we'll
No,
be with North Star Canoe Company.
Okay.
They were
Yep.
our sponsor. They're on our shirt here.
Okay.
Mr. Pierre Paulson. Great canoes. I know nothing about them, but Dale's canoe weighed like 10 pounds and it lasted the whole trip. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. So we'll be paired up with Bear Paulson from North Star Canoe.
Okay.
They can come see us there and we'll try and find you guys.
Are you guys speaking at one of the
They said yeah.
for like a
Sure.
presentation?
We're showing a 30-minute feature of our film. Or
Okay.
not feature, that's the wrong word. Feature is a full-length film. But we're
Yeah.
showing a 30-minute of our film. And then Dale will be speaking. So we'll be there. I don't think we'll be talking much, but
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So I'll look to see when it'll probably be listed under his presentation, I bet, right?
It's 3:30 to 4:15 on Saturday.
On the Saturday? Okay.
I think it's in the Bear Room.
Okay. All right.
I don't think you'll have a hard time finding Dale.
Yeah.
Just follow the laughter, you know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
Put it in the holler.
Yeah.
I love it. All right, everybody got their minnow in?
Everybody
Capital
yeah.
MINNOW,
You go
minnow
to
for the
my
cutest little
stream.
ACD ever.
Type it in properly. Minnow.
This is our Mind Body Soul sticker. I don't know if you guys
How do
can
you-
see it very well. So that's what you'll get.
Right.
Gotcha. Okay.
So
All right. Last call for minnow. Last call for minnow.
sounds like it's you're boarding.
That's right.
Yep. Don't want to be late.
All right.
Oh gosh.
So
never.
we'll add this to the stream, and we'll do our little giveaway.
Let's see. Draw it up, honey.
7 entries.
Okay,
Really? Come on, people.
go. Who's got it? Who's got it? Who's got it?
And the winner is Doc Watson.
Oh.
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 You called it.
Oh.
Oh, it broke it.
Okay. Oh, what happened?
That was just a
Doc,
Doc Watson.
congratulations. Stop it already. He is.
Okay, now just to give this
Yes.
for the story straight, I did not touch anything,
Yeah.
and I just
Seems like a rigged game.
It is crazy. So Doc is the luckiest guy we know. Like, oh my, everyone's going, I don't believe it. Oh my goodness. Like that is awesome. So yeah, we can have, Doc reach out to you or you reach out to Doc, wherever you want to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why don't you just reach out to us, Doc, and we can send you along a nice sticker.
That's awesome.
That's super
And
cool.
he's on Instagram too, so it'll be fun to share out and all that cool stuff.
Awesome.
Yes.
And your logo is an Ambigram.
Ambigram. That's what it is.
Oh,
Yes.
that's new
Yes.
word. I haven't heard that one.
Right.
Oh,
I was
God.
like, I knew it was something like that.
Right. Oh,
You guys kind of have that going on too.
we do. Yeah,
Yes.
with the K's, right?
That's-
Kind of
yeah,
superimposed.
Mm-hmm.
That was kind of my plan with that too. So yeah, it's been fun chatting with you
Yeah.
guys.
Oh
Like,
my gosh.
Awesome.
and I feel like there was, you know,
we could be talking more.
100%. Like we didn't even, you know, touch on. I don't even know what.
We could
There was
easily
so
go.
much more
We could
to go
easily go
on,
another
you know?
3-4 hours.
But I do have a photo that I want to share. Can we put this one up, honey?
Are you sure?
Yeah, I do. Because this one, I actually, this isn't even my puppy dog.
No.
And because I don't have a dog yet. I'm
No.
dying for a dog. And I'm dying for an Australian cat dog. I just love them.
We
But
will
look
get whatever
at
dog
this,
we
everybody. Look at this. Like, stop it.
That's
Like,
Echo.
Look.
That's a great picture.
That is at first I was like, oh my God, that's a wolf. And it's like a hot spring. I'm like, what is happening there? You know what I mean? And it was like absolutely gorgeous. So that is probably the most beautiful picture I've ever seen. I'm not lying.
That was just a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's
I love
Can't
it.
let the secret out, but that hot spring is.
It's magic.
It is a very pale hot spring. It is,
That's a
an
natural hot
infinite
springs.
pool that you're looking down a draw, and there's a waterfall that you can go behind.
Oh.
We can tell you when we meet in person.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I like the secret. Okay, I like this. Yeah, but not online. No, exactly. We're not doing that. So, right. Excited to see you next week. So that's
Yeah.
fun. This was fun. Megan just at the best. Like, absolutely.
He is.
Megan, you didn't know you were part of the show, but guess what? Surprise. So yeah. So thank you for sharing like everything that what you guys are about and what you have going on, because I feel like this is like the tip of the iceberg. You have a lot of stuff happening and we need to like get you guys out and share it out there. So
Totally.
everybody, please make sure you follow Amy and Alex, Wilderness Mindset, Mind, Body, Soul. We got Graybeard, the man, the myth, the Mississippi, right? American Perimeter Trail coming up.
So all of their social
Oh,
media.
my gosh.
Other than I don't have TikTok, so I didn't have that up there. But they're on TikTok anyways. But is in the chat, so go ahead and check them out. Pick them up.
Please.
There's a lot there. It's
Yeah.
a lot of awesome stuff.
It is.
Thank you.
Is. You're
welcome.
so welcome.
Very
Like I said,
welcome.
thanks for sharing everything with us tonight and with all of our people in the chat as well. Like, we appreciate
Yeah,
that.
it's been real fun. Thank you for having
Thank you.
us.
You're welcome.
Totally. All right, so stick around. We're gonna drop you down, and we got to do a little outro, and we'll be right back with y'all.
Great.
Love
All
it.
right, we'll see y'all.
Thank you.
Bye.
That was fun.
Oh my goodness. Jonny, he's touching my legs, just letting you know. Thanks, Super Good Camping. It was a good show.
Thank you.
Agreed. There you go.
Always is a great
Yeah,
show.
thank you. We I feel like the energy is always really fun.
Oh,
We
yeah.
always learn something new, you know, and we chat with our friends.
That's the whole purpose of this, is to learn something new.
It is, and I feel like
Meet new
there's
people and learn new things.
and there's always a connection, like the connection of, you know, Snackbox and Details, how, you know, they met them on the CDT. Like, that's pretty awesome, right?
Right?
I know that Hashtag, like, he'd been following him for a while as well. So I mean, that's pretty fun.
Yeah.
What we got here? Doc already sent details, so that's not sent details, but sent his details to Wilderness Mindset already
sent
too.
a
So that's
message.
cool. Yeah. He did a great show tonight too. So
Thanks,
you.
Doc.
It was a really, really great show.
He's winner chicken dinner again.
I know. So congrats to Doc. We just love that. And thanks for hanging out with us tonight.
Mm-hmm. I know we've been on the 8 o'clock kick for a while.
It just seemed because a lot of our guests were either they're from the West Coast, so
A little
it kind of
more
worked out.
west.
Yeah.
So, you know, we like to accommodate our guests.
Yes.
So not having them on at like 4 o'clock in the afternoon,
Yeah.
it just doesn't work out, especially,
Yeah.
you know, when everybody's still works.
Working and you know, could
That thing
feed
called-
themselves and
that
stuff.
thing called work.
Work is stupid. Anyway, so thank you so very much again for hanging out with us as well. Nice to see some new faces.
1000%.
Yes, nice to see some new faces as well. Dan, we're we're gonna see you at Canucopia, so make sure we connect and say hey.
Mhm.
Obviously, we're gonna see our new friends, Amy and Alex, there. If you're gonna be there, reach out to us. And if you're gonna be in Lansing this Saturday, pop in. We're going to be in the Grand River Room between 1 and 1:45,
and then find our booth.
And then
Can't miss it.
And then we're going to be at our booth after that. But we're
Yep,
excited.
One day only, so
It is a one-day event.
What time is it? It opens at.
It's at 9 o'clock.
9 o'clock.
From 9 to 5.
9 to 5.
Yeah, and we
We'll
are
be there
excited to share
We'll
out
be there at 7.
backcountry couples. Right?
Yeah.
It is. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
thanks again, everybody. Have a beautiful weekend.
Stay safe.
Yes.
Have fun.
Yes.
And we'll see y'all in the next quest. Peace out, Cub Scouts.
Yeah, you will. Bye, everybody.